Hello and welcome back to another episode of English Quick Tips. It's been a while, long time no see. I've been busy at work, but I am back with more idioms, phrasal verbs, and expressions for you. So without further ado, let's get right into the content. To give someone a pat on the back. To give someone a pat on the back. All right. We have a special guest once again. For those of you who did not meet him in episode 101, this is Rue. This is one of my best buddies in the world. Say hello, Rue.
Hi.
And I wanted to bring him in because the expression today, to give someone a pat on the back, is very relevant when you are talking about animals. When your dog or your cat or whatever type of animal you have does a good job, you give them a pat on the back to let him know that he's a good boy. And he's probably not enjoying being up here, so I'm going to relieve him from his cameo right now. Alright, so we use Rue for another example. But when you're talking about humans, to give someone a pat on the back is a figurative way of just telling somebody that they did a good job. You don't actually need to touch someone's back in order to give them a pat on the back. It's more figurative. So let's say that you are in a team meeting and you come up with a really good idea, and your boss acknowledges the fact that that's a great idea, and they give you a big compliment in front of the whole team, and now you look really cool in front of all your coworkers, and your boss giving you the compliment is giving you a pat on the back, so to speak. So let's use that idea in our first sentence here. The boss gave Brian a pat on the back for coming up with such a good idea. This expression is often used in a sarcastic way as well. If somebody wants recognition for doing something very minimal or something that's not particularly difficult, and someone wants validation and recognition for doing this task, someone else might use this expression to kind of make fun of that person. So to put this into perspective, let's say that you have a coworker who is always bragging and boasting that they are on time for work every day. I mean, really, if you want to keep your job, you should be on time every day. That's one of the minimum things that you need to do to keep your job, is to show up at the proper time. So let's pretend that this coworker is talking about how they're always on time, and you want to kind of make fun of them and make them realize how silly it is to brag about something so basic. You could use a phrase like this. Wow. Oh my God. You're on time every day? Why don't you give yourself a pat on the back? So that's just an example of how you might be able to use this expression in a sarcastic way. You'll often hear it like that as well. If you have any examples of a time where your boss or a friend or a family member gave you a figurative pat on the back, I would love to hear your example. If you have questions, feel free to ask me. Otherwise, I thank you as always for watching the video, and stay tuned because I have more coming for you soon. Thank you.